Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Holistik City's very first video. My name is Emma. I'm one of the co-hosts, the co-creators of the Holistik City website. And today we have a special guest. She is a Chinese medicine doctor here in Houston, Texas, Dr. Ellen Gong. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning,
Thank you.
Emma. Good morning, audience.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to talk with you.
I'm excited to be on your show too.
So today's topic is finding peace in a chaotic world. There's a lot
Yes,
going on right now.
exactly. We all know. As what I usually talk to, my patient and the public. Right now we are overwhelmed with all this information, and then that actually continue pull us out from our inner peace. So our show today actually is not trying to give more information. We're trying to help people able to release whatever they feel inside them. And then when we can do a minus, release more, how do we feel inside us? Then we actually open the gate for us to come in to look into our inner peace. That's what
Mm,
this show today about. We are hoping we can help.
absolutely.
Right.
So
So yes, Emma.
I was just going to ask, what are some ways that you recommend finding inner peace and finding that balance when there's so much going on in our outer world?
Right. Actually, funding this war is a kind of, it's a key war. Okay. We all think we need to fund it. Actually, we don't. It's inside us. Okay. When it's inside us, what we need to do is actually we need to recognize ourselves more. Okay. The more information we have right now, because due to all this convenience, okay, the convenience need to serve to human being, to each of us individually, is not to continue to drain our energy out. And when our energy being drained, it's actually our essential energy. So that's what it's right now we are facing to. Because with the condition, what we are at, and then with what we care about things happen around us, we care about people, we care about everything. And then, but we forget the one we need to do good, it's ourselves, oneself. And then the more time, the more effort you put it back to yourself, then that's how you continue to your inner peace will appear. So first of all, you need to know, where you are. I mean, okay, right now it's just very simple. It's kind of like we all keep talking about meditate, but meditate, what is meditate? Meditate doesn't necessarily means you need to just sit there and do nothing. Meditate is when clearly oneself knowing where you're at. Okay, I'm at home. Okay, that's all. And then continue, move on. You always know you are the main person. You are the whole world. The whole world is inside you. And then the peace, of course, in you. But how do we do that? It's kind of like it's hard if you just say that. And then I think most our audience will get lost, right? So at first, we'll say, when we're facing to all this news and everything, some we like it, some we don't like it, right? So when the one we like it, and then we feel, oh, that's so good. Why? Because it's a part of your emotional, part of your sense get to release. But then the one we don't like it, and when we strongly think, okay, we don't like it, they're wrong, and that's not right. Okay, that's immediately we'll think like that way. But then when we really think or feel that way, we actually already throw our energy and disturb our inner peace because we just know peace. And on the same time, you have resistance to against what are the information you see already. So let's just, when we feel good, we know, okay, that's fit into what I think. Then we just accept it. But then when the things is not what we know, what we think, then the best, still the same, accept it. Okay. Acceptance that's helping you to know where you are at. Okay. That will helping you to really continue to get your inner peace, continue evaporate to helping the world. If you really want to help the world, then please recognize your first. Recognize yourself and accept yourself and accepting whatever happened around you first. Then your inner peace will help the world. So let's just be simple, and then let's just be kind of like acceptance, accept each other's different, accept whatever all this war, and then the information, even is different. Same thing like you're facing to the information is same like what you think. We just notice it. We just knowing, okay, that's it. We don't give a judgment to say that's wrong, that's right, that's whatever. Okay. I mean, we're still living in our world, but then we can know how the environment change differently will make people thinking different, will helping eventually in the future different. But then when we change right now, well, then we actually can continue to add in more energy into our inner peace. That's just in you. Remember, we don't need to fight. We just need to define. Okay, the funding should be define yourself, inner peace. We always have inside us, but how much energy we have in there, it depends on how you put into it. If we judge other information is wrong or right and whatever, then we are already trying to against our own energy to use it for so then our inner peace will become smaller. Okay, if we want it to be bigger, and then the bigger inner peace we are inside, and then that's how we can help the world, because then we can most likely will understand each other, and then that's how we already help.
Absolutely. It's like being on the airplane when you're supposed to put your mask on before helping others around you.
Exactly. And then the recognize of oneself, it's actually helping how the world recognize each other too, because from 1 to 10 and 10 to 100 and 100 to infinity, that's how human are. Human, we actually need to be grouped. It's not isolated oneself, then we can be in peace. Okay, I mean, we decide as a group, and then we need each other as a mirror to look through each other, to understand where we at and how we are. So we're doing it just for, when you're doing it for yourself in a peace way, and you're doing it for others, and then when others see it, and by time we will change to a better world.
Mm. So there's a lot of people that say they can't meditate. They can't stop their thoughts. They tried. They can't sit still. What do you recommend for them? How would you say for them to start meditating? What's a good practice
Yes,
for them?
this actually this question is really a lot. Okay, most of my patients, and a lot of times when I start to tell them to meditate, and also I teaching meditation too. Meditation is not you want to stop anything. Okay, we don't stop anything. Always remember today's our topic right now is acceptance. Okay, even when your mind is racing, at first you accept your mind is racing. At least you recognize it first. Okay, your mind is racing, but are you in the racing? No, I'm not. Where I am at my home. Are you required to be racing? No, right? So when you know you're just at home and you're not racing with all these thoughts, so all you do just recognize it and then put it down. Okay, you don't trying to stop it. If it come again, it means it's trying to play with you. So when you play with you, what you do, just say hi, I mean, just say hello to them, or whatever your thoughts are. It's just it's just like, it's kind of like unfinished business with you, but it's okay, it will finish. So then what happens is when it come look for you, then you just say hello and then put it down, and then just like treating your own inner child. It come to look for mommy to play. Okay, play a little bit, and then but mommy have things to do. I'm doing this, and then you just come, and then I always gently to say, okay, yeah, I get you, and then but now it's not the time. Now I'm at home. I'm not doing anything like today. I need these things done and the other things done. Put it down until when you need to do that. Okay, and then also we in Chinese we call it rising horse. The horse, their nature is keep jumping, and then it's and then it just runs so fast. But then but then if you use your gentle and your love with it, because it's part of you. Okay, it's not separate from you. We don't hate it, we don't against it. It's just a training. It's just a training how you train your horse. Okay, the horse have its own power, and when you train it well, then it gave you power. Okay, that's what is behind. But I always say power is not what we look for. It's the power. After the power is the maturity, and then maturity is great, but then maturity is still not the final things. The final things is when you have the inner peace, and when you continue to grow the maturity and get training on your rising horse, and by time the maturity will bring a freedom, because you're able to just not even the horse come to bothering you. Okay, so
Mm.
that's what we actually knowing. By time when we train well, then it can be there. So most important is when you meditate, it's just like you always trying to recognize where you are at. Okay, where you are at, it's kind of like, just very simple. Right now I'm at home, but there's a lot more detail inside. But it does asking you to take the time for yourself. Please remember, take time for yourself. When we keep looking on internet, when we keep looking on all these news to trying to get our emotional out and all this, we don't actually spend time for ourselves. Okay, spend time to recognize how you feel, and then what it comes across your mind, and then whatever, we will let the mind train to listen to our body. Okay, that our body is actually infinity, actually a lot of secret code waiting for us to unlock it. Okay, there is a lock unlock secret code, and then it's actually include the whole universal inside you. So
Mm.
whatever you're looking for, it's always inside you. We are very rich. The whole universal, it's in one each other. I mean, it's you're not any less than anyone, and you're not any more than anyone. Okay, but then the trick is, how do you unlock it? Then you need to really spend time for yourself and continually accept whatever happened around you, and knowing it's a reason. And then let's just continue listen and continue to actually let it unfold the answer in front of us. We don't need to jump to the answer. So that's why when the horse rides, it's trying to look for the answer. But most important is we need to train right now, train it right, and then help yourself to recognize which part of your body trying to move, which part of your body trying to do anything, or there's nothing you really need to do. Okay, so all you do just like, okay, do I need to do anything or whatever? Sometimes the doing is even more important than thinking. Okay, I know in the Western world, is we all know the brain is powerful. We all trying to stimulate the brain. We know when the brain is on a certain mode, a certain position, then it's so powerful. Yes, that's right. But then we don't train the brain. Okay, we train the physical body. In order, by body and mind training enough time, then you will reach the maturity. The power comes before the maturity, and a lot of people just stop on the power because we feel, oh my God, so enjoyable, it's so powerful. But then when we stop on the power, by time we also get challenge with the power. That's why it needs to continue train on the original. How do you feel about these things until the maturity one day just come. And then when the maturity come, immediately it will come with the freedom. You just feel like, oh my God, I finished my lesson. All right. So in life, there's many lessons to unlock our secret code. And then each code, it happen on a certain time. And then you'll continue to help you to achieve it. But then most important is need to train the body and mind. So there's one day, if you feel like you have too many rising horse or too many thoughts, then put all of it down, recognize them, put all of it down, then do the doing. Okay. Just see, what do you have to do? All right, if exercise, that's what you want to do exercise, just do. And then don't trying to say what is that will bring it to. It doesn't need to bring it to anything. By training the body and the mind well, you'll get there one day.
Mm. And you can use all these things as meditation, like exercise. You can by being in the present moment, that's a form of.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's it. Yeah, exercise can actually trigger good meditation too. Okay, so then But how do we do it right? That's what it's a finding a balance in the model world, okay? Because it's so much temptation, okay? It's so much looks like our ability can catch it. But what
And so many
I
distractions as well.
yes, when you think you have ability to handle so many things, actually it's already a distraction. So most is do one thing in a time and thing, do thing. Okay, and when thing is too much, then you open too many pages. So then just pick one thing and accomplish it and done, and then pick the next thing. It's all working in the same energy level. When it's all put together, all this training put together, and then it trigger your mind, trigger your brain, and then that's how it bring up we call extends maturity. When you trigger it out and then on the same energy level, you're done. Then all other things is look so easy. And then there's the next challenge. And then one challenge can include in so many category, so many detail inside. But then remember, make it simple. Pick one thing and do it right and continue move on. That's all. And then when other things come to bother you, just say, put it down, and by time it will resolve. Okay, when it resolve, when the maturity bring the freedom, then all these things resolve. It's just that simple.
I love that.
Thank you.
And I resonate with that. The universe will keep giving us the same challenge until we actually
Yes,
deal with it.
exactly. Same challenge is in the same energy level zone. Okay, so when we graduate from one energy level zone, then we'll get the next task. And then the next task sometimes looks like come with 100 or sometimes it's 1,000. So the more we trying to just do one, actually we made 1,000 become one, and then continue resolve this one, and then unlock it so that it become 1,000 things resolved. The more things you find is coming to bothering you, actually that means you really need to keep one. Okay, just pick one you think is the most simple, most easy to resolve. Okay, the more you feel like your life becomes so complicated, more things to do, more things have to handle, more things bothering you, then put down all of it and then start to say, what do I need to do now? And then that one is the most simple. I think I can done it pretty easy. Pick that one out. They're the same, okay? This one most simple, most easy things, it actually represents those 1,000. Even one you think is the toughest, you think you might never overcome. It bother you so much or too much. Actually, same thing like just the one is that simple. You want to say, like it's so hard for you to, maybe you just have a fight with your husband or the husband with wife, and then after that you really feel bad, and then you might not feel bad about yourself. I mean, you feel bad but you don't know, but you feel bad about him or her. You feel like, how he dared to do this to me, right? I mean, and you get so angry. But the most simple easy things, you just say, you don't need to say anything, you just go give him a hug or give her a hug and kiss her, say, honey, I love you. It's that simple, but sometimes inside us, we really don't want to do it. And then on the other side, there is a bothering in your company, and then someone really, your boss or someone just really putting trouble on you, or project that's not move on. It's not any different than you go to hug your husband or your wife or your girlfriend, boyfriend to say, I love you. Go through your own barrier and then hug them, say that and do it. That's a accomplish of one thing. When you accomplish of that thing, you'll find out it's strange enough that project is moving on. Your boss is actually willing to support you. I mean, it's energy just that magic. Okay, so pick one thing most important, pick it, do it today, and consistency. Tomorrow pick another one, because you accomplished the first one, kiss your loved one, because even an argument you're willing to put down whatever you think of them. You don't think the other one caused trouble. I mean, we still think the other one caused trouble, but after
Right.
we hug them and give them a kiss and say we love them, and then we don't think like that anymore. And then that's how the energy change. And then the next day, the project still not change it. Don't worry, because your purpose is not that project. Your purpose is in this energy field. How do I continue helping to increase my inner peace. The inner peace is love. It's powerful. It can heal the whole world. But when you heal yourself, you heal the world. So that's why you pick another simple things, just like hug your husband, okay, like me, I mean, or hug your loved one or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, okay, or something, or your dog. I mean, it's just something. If it's some barrier stuck in front of you, and then you don't really want to do like that way, but then it's simple. If you do it, it's right way. Choose one and work on it. Okay, I mean, I'm just give an example, like our neighbor or someone, or things like that, because um, the relationship will help us to understand the world. Okay, and sometimes with how the environment around us, when we look at things, it's how all this environment put into our mind. That's how we think. But each time when we go through our own barrier inside, then we get there, and then the ball will continue losing up, and then we'll get recognized. So so that's how we actually looking into just trying to find a simple, easy things, then you can go through your own barrier to do and resolve each simple, most easy one first. And then you'll find out the complication one will get.
Oh, we lost her. Welcome back. We got cut off, but
Hi,
to
we are back.
to conclude what Dr. Gong was talking about, so when we have a million things going on, how do we simplify that? Do you want to kind of close out what you were saying?
Sure, yes. So when we have million things, usually they're all on one energy zone. Remember, one energy zone, when you resolve one, and then you're repeating this one enough to trigger the majority, then you'll be out of that energy zone, and then you'll recover from it. So all you need to do is don't pick the most tough one, pick the most simple one, whatever the most simple bothering you one, and work on it and let it finish. When you finish it, you're already on a healing of the most tough one. And then the most tough one will move on, and then you'll resolve it. Then when you're repeating all this exercise enough, then you heal, and that energy zone will be just become your power. And then when it's the same thing you met, you can just resolve it. When it's easy, it's never a problem, never bother you again. So don't worry about your job. Don't worry about how terrified the world right now. All you need to do is just what is the most simple things right now is bothering me, and I can get it done now. So do it now. Then by time you'll get mature on this energy zone. So good luck for all of you, and then let's train together.
Yes, next time we'll be talking about how to meditate. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a guided meditation. So where could the viewers find you, Dr. Gong? What's your website?
You can go to www.easternbalancetcm.com. That's our email, our website, and also you can also search Google us Eastern Balance Oriental Medicine Clinic. And any question, we are happy to answer as long as we all come together, helping each other. And first of all, help ourselves first.
And you do acupuncture and you work with herbs, correct?
Yes, we do. We do. That's
Awesome.
traditional, and also cupping, moxa. We have acupuncture, cupping, and moxa. And all of it is to actually, kind of like assist the public funding, also helping to train themselves to have their energy field continually become a kind of like a good flowing, a good exchange with each other and with the world.
I love that. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I got to come
Thank
see
you,
you.
Emma. Thank you for the audience who listen to us. Thanks.
Yes, thank you. And you can find her website and more on our website at holisticcity.com. Holistic is with a K. You can also find other practitioners and a blog, and we're going to be adding so much more to it. I'm so excited to share with you. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.